All right, welcome to episode 1 of the podcast, possibly Snake Oil podcast. Don't know what we're calling it yet, but we have Joey Babylon. He's inspired me to hey, you should do a podcast. It'd add more value, so that's what we're doing. Joey,
Pretty simple.
Just give a quick introduction about yourself. What do you want people to know about you?
My name's Joey. I make music. And with a sense of modern classicalism and romanticism to my music and everything. And I think what sets me apart is my boldness I have a certain boldness to be emotional and vulnerable, and also to make all of this through terms of pop music and everything. I still like everything to be catchy and digestible for my people. So, but I'm 25. I'm living here in Portland. I love to travel. I love to experience different places. I love the country. Very much, part of me is very country, part of me is very city. It's that dichotomy that's part of, myself. But anyways, doesn't really matter. That's Joey Babylon, whatever.
So what do you mean by country? What's your country type of your
country?
persona like?
It's
Americana.
That was my sister.
Chiquita.
Country for me means people that generally live in relative nature or doing things. A lot of times, these cultures that surround agriculture.
Yeah.
Especially in this sense in America, country. So it's surrounding living in agriculture, living in this place that's very kind of down to earth in these simple things of just the romanticization of rural American life.
So you think it's being romanticized and it's not actually that nice, or you think it should be more romanticized and people should?
I think it should. I think there's a romanticization that happens with as an artist, there's a romanticization of a certain lifestyle, because as an artist you're telling people a culture and a story. There's a culture and a story that's surrounding you as an artist. And so what is that? What is that? Or for some people it's doing coke at the club, and there's a certain culture surrounding it and romanticization of that. For me, it's possibly falling. It's falling in love and in a context where it's not accepted, but things are simple, or maybe falling in love in a barn or something like that. Kissing in or something. And it's not even that I am like that, but I think that I grew up that way, and then that I also and I try to separate myself from that growing up, and then when I left, I realized it was part of me.
So why did you try to separate yourself from that?
Because this process of differentiating yourself from the rest, making yourself better than everybody else. To be better than everybody else, you have to be different from everybody else. So I felt like I had to be different from people. When really, I'm not better than anybody, not everything. And that actually separated me from ability to have many appreciation of my culture and the place that I'm from while I was growing up there. But I think just certain people, normal people, I think a lot of times try to fit in. I think there's a lot of times that I try to stand apart. But I think that now it's not about being better, just being different,
So you almost romanticize this idea of being separate, or you think that's a good thing, to be different?
You have to be a part of it, but you have to not be everything, because to add to to the group, you have to add something that's different.
So individual. Yeah.
Very individualistic.
So you add to the culture by being, like, by adding something new.
Adding something new, like being a pioneer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because otherwise you're just following along and you're just making the culture bigger.
And that's not interesting.
But not deeper.
I want everything. I want people to be like, what is that? And haven't seen that before. It doesn't matter any time in my life, every time in my life, wherever I was, if I was in Mexico City, if I was in New York, if I was in Portland, every time, I'd always make people be like, that's different. You know?
What do you think is something that makes you, like, really different, that you want to, like, cultivate more?
Well, I mean, simple things, just like fashion or anything, just like dressing like differently or anything. And like, it's like you mixing different, like you mix different like cultural things, like construction trousers or something that was made for work outside of a different context that it's not supposed to be in, or anything like that. You know, or using political campaign wear or anything from like different countries or like different things, and just like wearing them out of like different contexts that just like, and it doesn't have the same ideological meaning. And then someone from that culture is going to be like, well, why is that person wearing that or anything? But it's more.
It's like wearing a MAGA hat in like Africa or something.
Yeah, the MAGA hat in Africa. It's like it doesn't like mean anything. It's like.
But it's interesting.
It's actually mean anything. But the thing is, when we do these things, it actually. It waters down the meeting. It waters down the meeting. So for the people that are using it for the cause of, let's say MAGA hat and everything fashion and the fastest ideologies that go along with everything, someone wearing it in a context that is totally, or in a context that's totally different and totally meaning, it actually waters down the meaning and it waters down the fascist meaning of that. And so it's actually that it's not as strong. The symbolism is actually not as strong.
So you think taking like the apparel, the clothes that means one thing in another culture, bringing it to another, waters it down in the original culture?
I mean, that's just like one way of doing it, or anything. Or you could, I think a lot of times, I like to conflict or anything like that. I could raise the American flag and I could everything and wear it loud and proud, but then I can also burn it or everything. I mean, which is very different.
Yeah. It elicits like this emotional reaction. It's like you're not supposed to do that, but sometimes the things you're not supposed to do, that's what pioneering is. But
it's like on the culture, I'm not supposed to do this on this cultural group, and then I'm also not supposed to do this in this cultural group, especially in the left and right wing or anything. For example, don't burn the flag in the right wing, and then don't wave the flag in the left wing. And you're doing both, and you're kind of connecting both of these things. What you're doing is you're building these cultural bridges between these people, and connecting them, and everything. And you're kind of shaking kind of their mentalities of like, oh my gosh, this is kind of stupid,
So you're like connecting with both groups as one person, so they see one person doing
that
it.
Like that for me and myself, that they see me as that it's doing different, that it's connecting both and everything, and living on both of these spectrums, and they accept that with themselves, and they also let themselves go of the binary of like politics, And then further, our people are empowered to, be more, harmonious between, city folk and country folk, liberals and conservatives, kind of thing. And, I want to blur the line a little bit.
Is that, you just really want to have people get along? Like, is that why you want to do that? Or you want to do that for like an individual reason? To be like more like counterculture? Like, what do you think?
So there's parts to play. You're everything. You're playing is. I think that it's fun to play this kind of game and everything, and initiate this emotional reactions within people, when it's like really like you're not actually doing anything.
Yeah.
You're not actually doing anything that is like affecting other people or anything like that. I'm not going out and hurting other people. I'm not everything. It's just like symbolism. I'm playing with symbolism.
Interesting.
And seeing how the symbolism affects people and everything. But at the same time, people will realize that I'm just connecting. And then I am everything.
Do you try to do that in your music, like this symbolism, or like combining cultures? And I mean, you're doing.
I don't know. I think that's just the concept. It's like not even something that I'm necessarily doing. I think it's just sometimes like, it's just like, you know, I wear an American flag because I'm from America. You know, it's like I don't have to be fucking ashamed about it, and I'm not a fascist because of it.
Yeah.
You know.
And
I want to. I don't want this fucking symbol of the American flag to go to fascists.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wear it, you know, and I know that I'm gonna.
Malfunction, sorry. There we are. All right. The vibes are too powerful. We're causing a rift in the universe, so. All right. So you don't want the American flag to be seen as fascist because America was founded on liberty and freedom, and
Founded on.
at least that might have been the idea originally.
I think that the ideas were founded on that. I don't think necessarily that's exactly what they were doing, but I think that the foundation of the ideas, we were able to grow from that and everything, and grow from that point, and undo the actions that we're doing. Because you know, we were founded on liberty and freedom, but then they were actively owning slaves.
Yeah.
There was an irony in that, but since they were founded on this ideological principle, we were able to be free from that, and from the work that was done from all the people in America, you know, Black Americans, you know, Latino Americans, and then, you know, other, you know, Caucasian Americans. All of us, you know, have had a part to play in America today. And I think the thing is, we have to realize that progress in America is everything, you know?
Yeah.
And everything. And do we want a good America? How do we want America to be, you know?
To move forward and to be seen.
Move forward.
America did, like, it has done good. Like, it was able to take this ruling power, Britain was the ruling power, just like America is the ruling power in the world. And it was able to give a lot of people freedom. From a lot of different backgrounds. You know, it did enslave a lot of people, but it also set precedents for freedom in a lot of ways. And it did help people be wealthy and to get a chance for opportunity. Because where they come from, it's like they're being ruled over by a monarchy and they didn't get a chance.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people would come here and be like, I'd rather be a slave in America than a slave where I'm living, or a peasant class or whatever.
Peasant America.
And then it's evolved because every system gets corrupt as it ages. So, just like capitalism, socialism, communism, capitalism, in the beginning, they might be really healthy because the ideas are there, it's there to help people. But because America's grown, it's become a lot more corrupt. And so now it's like the ruling monarchy.
I don't know. I think it's like also, like America's also, I mean, losing like,
freedom,
it's like power. No, I'm not saying freedom and liberty or power or anything like that. And I think that that's one of the things about like the stage of like my hope for the world is that we let go of these power structures. We let go of the need to be the number one power, and that actually is an empowerment. You know, that nurturing and taking care of the people and everything is more important than having control of, you know, oil and Middle East. It's more important than everything like that, you know, finding alternatives. Right. And if we let go of that control, even in our own families, letting go of that control, because, you know, talking with my father, you know, everything like that, we asked him, why did he do these things or do these things against us or anything? He said, oh, I think because I wanted to keep control, you know. And so it's this process against control that's like, not necessary. It's not really necessary. We don't really need to control these things or everything. We just have to, you know.
So he was trying to keep control over like family members.
Family and everything. We have to realize, like, connect things on this this bigger scales and then connect them to smaller scales of everything. Concepts like, for me, like concepts like unforgiveness on a larger concept becomes like war or anything like that. And a very long and resentfulness over generations and everything, and then it turns into hatred.
That little seed.
That seed of everything. So it's like, now bring that back to you and everything, and the wars that you have with the people around you, and forgive and everything.
The war within.
Because when you forgive, you sign a peace treaty.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't mean you're trading with them or you're not, or everything like that, but yeah.
Reminds me of like the war within yourself. And so if you have this like inner war in your mind or your emotions or whatever, it's hard to not manifest that with your relationships and with other people and your surrounding culture. Your internal struggles become your outer struggles, and because you can only help people as much as you're helping yourself. So what are you working on right now? Like, what do you see for your future that's inspiring?
What do I see for my future?
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
What do you want for your future?
What do I want for my future?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I used to think about the future a lot, but I think about things in the future in the context of now, of everything, aligning myself with this like path like now, and so I don't entertain this dichotomy of like this is a separate thing that is happening in the future. This is a thing that is happening now to me, and I experience the emotions of them happening now, like, and so because of that, I don't say things like, oh, I really hope this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
I feel into it, and I feel it like happening for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna really work really hard to that. I'm like, no, I'm feeling into that.
Feel it happening.
Feeling it happening.
Instead of feeling this desire like it's not happening,
and then,
you want it to
and then I just like let it unfold like naturally. And so then I live in this moment, and I live in this moment, and I'm able to live this moment to the fullest, and letting it unfold like naturally. I'm able to be like, present, and I'm taking care of the things that are in front of me, So the things that I'm working on right now, it's like, I just released Take It Deep, Take It Slow, and
I was listening to a bit of that last night.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. I wasn't able to listen to a lot of it, but I listened to a bit, and I was like, it was interesting sound, and I want to listen to more. But
I don't really like. I don't like to speak to like the cards that are in my hand. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, because you want to like have it as a surprise, like a sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so like it creates this excitement.
But yes. But I want to see everything when things are ready, and I want to show them, and they're ready to be shown, and everything. And so.
So is your vehicle more like music right now, or it's like
music.
Just your personality showing up with your apparel and your like vibe and your presence, or you're just moving that, you're using music as a vehicle to deliver your presence and like the.
It's more like that. It's more. I'm using the music to deliver my presence and everything. Everything, anything that I want to do, I can do it to the best of my ability, and I can be great at it. Like if that's me being a mason, what if that's me being a woodworker, whatever that's me being a singer, whether that's me being a dancer or anything. I have no limitations. I can be an actor, whatever like that. Because my story and my passion for life bleeds into everything I do. And I see that in the work that I do, whether it's a meal that I cook for, me working at a bar and cooking there, whatever, it's everything, and the relationship I build with them. I notice I develop these relationships with people, whether it's me working in people's yard, the beautiful work that I do. There's a relationship with people love it, and everything like that. Because there's a passion for life and a passion for love. And music is the vehicle for that, because it's sound and everything. And I can be a part of people's lives and be a part of people's moments with the music that I can create, you know. And so it's like being the soundtrack to people's lives. You know, you will have a moment and everything now for that song, you know. At this song, maybe it doesn't mean anything to you, but maybe there will be a time where everything, and then you hear this song and it meets you right where you're at. And it, you know, and it's so special to you. But in everything, you're not thinking about, oh, I love Joey so much. She's so amazing. I'm so obsessed. But maybe you're just thinking about the love that you have for this person or anything. You're thinking about this, and this song is a reminder of that.
I love songs like that, where you're listening to it and it's just speaking to like whatever situation you're in life. You're like, wow, I was just experiencing or thinking of that. And this song, it like amplifies that and it helps you touch into that. And it sounds awesome if that's like what you're working on. Is that's sometimes the best parts of music and songs. Yeah.
What are you working on right now?
I'm working on a technology that can help process waste, and you can convert waste into biomass that can be gasified into energy, or you can convert waste into a material easily recyclable. So it could be extruded or it could be melted down.
Do you have to, with the technology, do you have to like separate? Is there only specific material that can go into this?
Just about all material, unless it's extremely hard. So if it's Mohs hardness, which is like a 1 to 10 hardness on like everything. If it's like an 8.9, that's like where it starts being a problem and not really processing as well. But if it's below that, then we can do granite. It's pretty hard as an example, and it can process. So it can take these big rocks, like 24 inches, to micronized. And not a lot of machines can go from big to powder that easily. Usually it's several stages, several machines, and several $1 million to buy all these machines and operate them and maintain them. So I have this idea, and I built the demo unit. It's in Canada, and now I'm just working on talking to people to come see it. You know, we've made some sales before and we have some testimonials, but we're really pushing now to like grow it to the next level, and it's in a way sort of like something new that's birthing. So yeah,
that's incredible.
Kind of what I'm working on. It's exciting because I want to like have this cause to heal the earth. Like healing the earth just like it excites me. Like I can heal the earth from toxins being dumped that leaches into the ground, into the water, and then off gases into the air. And we can prevent that by, you know, doing something with the source of the pollution before it's, you know, dumped and it sits there and it leaches and whatever. So, yeah, that's what I'm working on. I guess last thing is, what are you most excited about right now for your life?
The remix.
The remix?
I'm so excited about the remix.
Like the remix of your life, the remix of your music. What do you make?
The specific remix that I'm working on.
Oh,
That
okay.
I'm working on with my song.
So this is a teaser where you're like, you know, it's gonna be a great remix, but
I'm excited about the remix because, and I'm excited about the ways and everything, because I'm excited about showing the world, like, and myself, like, I can do whatever genre, like I can do everything, and I can get people excited. I can get people on the dance floor and everything, because the song is like for, you know, these like moments of heartbreak, but how can I turn that song into like fucking you want to dance and everything like that.
So allowing them to feel heartbreak, but also wanting to dance and like moving through that.
Yeah, it's so good.
Interesting.
It's really good. It's really
That
good.
sounds exciting.
It's really good.
I'm ready to see it. Where can they find your music?
Just Joey Babylon,
Joey Babylon,
wherever,
anywhere, everywhere.
anywhere, everywhere.
Instagram, YouTube,
Just look it up.
Snapchat,
Just
Spotify.
Google me, Joey Babylon, and then boom, I'm there.
Joey Babylon. Yeah, this guy is pretty cool. I met him last night at a kava bar with his sister here. And yeah, he literally, like, I had some steaks, so he let me come and cook steaks at his place. And then I ended up sleeping in his living room really cool guy.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend checking out his music. Yeah, I'm excited about the remix too because what you're saying about helping people tap into those like emotional states, but also work through it, is so important because people sometimes get stuck there. It's stuck in their body. Like while I do massage, it's obvious where it manifests there. So yeah,
Wow.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, peace, guys.
Peace.